just got in the park. The kids were playing outside in the park today. We live in a complex, so the park is like right across the street from us. It's not even a street because, like I said, we live in a complex. So our house is here. We have the parking lot, and then right across from the parking lot is the park and the pool. So they were playing at the park, and they just finished doing construction over there because they were building a new pool. Last summer we had 2 separate pools, one kiddie pool and one really big pool for the adults and whatnot. But the kiddie pool was like, it was breaking down. It was like the paint was chipping on underneath the water, and it had like 2 open holes in the pool where kids can get their feet stuck and stuff in there. So they got rid of the kiddie pool and just made one big pool, and they made the feet not as deep. It used to go up to like 8 feet, now it only goes up to like 5 feet, I think. So I think it's good for the kids because not as many people would be able to horse around in the pool like last year. A lot of adults and a lot of teenagers will like to splash and jump into the pool and whatnot. Now they can't do that because it's not as deep. So what else? Yeah, so they did that, and then they also did built a little gazebo over where the park is, and that's another add-on I like because last summer, like every summer here, is scorching, and like every time I took the kids to the park, I was just like burning because it was so hot, and there's no shade at all over there. So I guess people complained about that because they built a gazebo over there so we can sit, and there's tables, built new tables, and they have also, they put 2 really nice grills over there. I think I took a video or a picture. They put 2 really nice grills over there, and they just like drilled it down, I guess, so anybody who wants to use the grill can go over there and just have their own coal and meat and stuff like that and use the grill. So you have the grill over there, the tables with the gazebo over, and you have the park, and then you have the pool. So it's like a nice little area. You can have a party over there if you want, which is nice. So we were chilling over there today. But the kids, don't do that. Yeah, so I like taking them out to get them worn out so they can fall out eventually, so I can get a little rest too. I had brought the twins out in some pants and a shirt, and I just stripped them down to their onesie because it was too hot. They were enjoying it. They were sleeping on and off, taking turns sleeping. Right now, Corbin's sleeping because he was out. He was up while we were at the pool, when we were at the park, and Kassan was sleeping, playing, and Corbin sleeping. Yeah, so a little update with me, or a little update with the cloth diapering with the twins is I decided to only use pre-folds at home and only use my pockets and whatnot while we're out. I find that pre-folds are a lot, Monty, don't do that. I find that pre-folds are a lot easier to use while we're home, because as far as washing, I mean, because when I wash them, I just take them out, fold them in half, and put them right back in the drawer. It makes my wash routine a lot easier. I don't have to stuff any pockets and whatnot. So I decided just to use the pre-folds when we're home with covers, and when we go out, to use the pockets and whatnot. And I've been doing that for like 3 days now. Monty, no. And I just loved, I had my first laundry yesterday with only pre-folds in there, and I just loved it. I was able to put everything up real quick. So I got the idea from my friend Kimara. She only uses, no, that's the twins cereal. Go put that up. Mommy? I'll get you your own cereal in a minute, okay? Mommy. What? Cereal. I'll get you cereal in a minute. Picture me. No. Yes. Gia, back up. Got the idea from my friend Kimara. She uses only pre-folds and flats for her twins and her younger daughter. And so I was like, let me try this out. I have a bunch of pre-folds. Let me see how it is to only, I thought it would be a good idea just to use those only at home. So that's what I've been doing. Oh yeah, the twins turned 9 months yesterday. So they're officially 9 months old. You saw the video where Kassan is crawling now. He has 2 teeth now, 1 more coming at the top. Corbin, I guess you can say he's crawling, but he does this army crawl where he just uses his arms, and I just started noticing like yesterday that he uses his arms only. He drags his body across the floor to get where he wants to go, so he's being lazy. Yeah, so he does his little army crawl. Don't do that. And that's how he gets across the floor. He has 1 tooth coming in as well. It's just still sitting right under the skin, but you can like feel it. You can see a little white spot. So he has finally a tooth coming in. His milestones are never too far behind his brothers, because Kassan always reaches whatever milestone is next first, and then Corbin reaches it like soon after that. So they're never too far apart when it comes to that. I know Kassan is like 19 pounds now, because I weighed him on my scale, because he's able to like stand up and balance himself for a little bit. So I stood him up on the scale. He stood up by himself, and he stood up long enough for his weight to come up. So he's 19 pounds now, 19 point something pounds. I wasn't able to weigh Corbin though, because he can't stand up. But I know Corbin is probably around that same weight as well, because they're never too far off from weight from each other. They're actually supposed to have a 9-month checkup now. They haven't had a checkup since 6 months, I think. Yes, since 6 months was their last checkup, and they told us to come back at 9 months, so they have to do that. What else is going on? Yeah, they're interacting with each other more now as far as fighting. I mean, that's the only time they really interact with each other, when they're only fighting each other. What, Gia?
I got 2 more friends.
You have to go pee-pee?
Nope.
Yeah, so
Money.
I used to have to separate them and sit Kassan on one end and sit Corbin on the other end, just to keep Kassan from pulling Corbin's hair and taking his toys. But now that Kassan can crawl, I'll sit them far apart from each other. Money, shh. I'll sit them far apart from each other, and Kassan still goes over to Corbin. So it used to be Kassan the aggressor that's always just bothering Corbin, but now Corbin starts to bother Kassan a little bit. When he sees a toy that Kassan has that he wants, he'll go over there and snatch it out of his hand, and they'll sit there for a good half hour snatching the same toy out of each other's hand. One will snatch it back, the other one will snatch it right back. It's just kind of funny to see. And it's funny because they have such different personalities, and when you see them fight over a toy like that, Corbin, he'll snatch it back and he'll be crying as soon as Kassan snatches it out of his hand. He'll be like, ah, and he'll snatch it back and stop crying and play with it. And Kassan, when he gets it snatched out of his hand, he just give his little angry face like, and snatch it back from him. He doesn't cry at all. He just gets upset. So yeah, that's what they do. I'll be in trouble soon because they'll both soon be walking. Kassan is letting go a lot. He stood up for the longest time today. For a good minute, he stood up. He let go of his walk behind and was playing with a toy in his hand. He had picked it up and he was playing with it and had let go of his walk behind. He was just playing with the toy, not holding on. I was just staring at him like I'm scared to say anything, because as soon as I say something, he'll get scared and like probably fall or grab to the thing. So today was the longest time he stood up by himself. He still hasn't tried to take any steps by himself yet, but right now he's just learning his balance. Corbin is still just doing his army crawl across the floor. He hasn't tried to balance himself by letting go, but he does now pull up on things. So what else? They're eating a lot. They eat pretty much anything I do now. They still eat baby food, but they don't like baby food as much as they like regular food. I mean, Kassan, he likes baby food more than Corbin does. Like I'll be sitting there feeding Kassan baby food with Corbin, and Kassan will eat most of the baby food, and Corbin wouldn't want any. But if I put some cereal in front of him, he'll eat that up. I put some spaghetti in front of him, chomp that up. I put some spaghetti in front of Kassan, he'll eat it, but not as fast as Corbin. Like, cause Corbin loves him some spaghetti. He feeds himself with his hands. But Kassan, he'll take a little time, and he doesn't eat as much. So Kassan likes baby food a little bit more, and Corbin likes regular adult food much more. So I think that's why he's a little bit chunkier than his brother. They both still breastfeeding 100%. I've been breastfeeding them since they were born, so it's been 9 months now of breastfeeding the twins, and that's going really well. I've never had a problem with them latching on, anything. In the beginning, in the very beginning, I was able to tandem feed using my breast friend, and then once they that got cut a little bit uncomfortable because I used to do that in the football hold and feed them like that with my breast friend, but that got a little uncomfortable when they got bigger, when they got longer, and their legs started hanging off the end, and their legs would be like bent up near where the couch is. So I stopped doing that, and I started I started feeding them alone more often, and I like that because I had my little special bonding time with each child, and that was fine for a while until they started now where if they see me breastfeeding one, the other one will start crying. If he sees me breastfeeding his brother, he'll want to breastfeed as well. He'll want to nurse as well. So now I'm back to tandem feeding most of the time. And the way I do that is I don't really use any kind of pillow. They're so big now. I'll just sit one on the side of me and feed him like that, and I'll lay the other one across me and feed him like that. So that's how we do that. For the most part, they're sleeping through the night. Corbin more so than Kassan. Corbin can go through the whole night without waking up once. Most times, sometimes he does, but for the most part, he can sleep through the night. Kassan, he still wakes up at least once to nurse, but he goes right back to sleep. I'll just lay him next to me and nurse him. He goes right back to sleep.
Mommy.
Yeah, so they're doing really well. They're developing well. I was kind of worried about, not worried, but I was kind of wary of their development because I know they were a month premature, and I know premature babies are a little bit behind other babies who are not premature. So I noticed that a lot of babies their age were doing stuff a little bit quicker than they were, like as far as crawling and stuff like that. So, but they're not too far behind. Yes, I guess I'll give you their stats and whatnot once they do get their checkup, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll probably try to get a video of them getting their little checkup. But I think that is it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.